Hi, this is Emily Leiphart of Art from the Heart, and in this video I'm sharing a paper Smooches card that features the Incognito stamp set. As you can see, this set is packed with amazing images and sentiments that you can combine in so many ways for a truly unique card. I'm looking forward to seeing all the fun projects in Blogland and galleries featuring this stamp set. I'm starting with a vertical A2 card base that opens from the right. Next, I cut a panel from white cardstock. I'm going to use the Hot Spot small base die to cut out the center of this panel, leaving a window that exposes the craft base. You can also use the Hot Spot's large base die to do the same thing. This is where I'm going to do all my stamping. To get an idea of the layout for my card, I arranged 3 stamps from Incognito and placed them in the workspace. I'm going to embellish with a Santa hat from Merry Motifs and Motif Icons. I also want to use the mittens from Freezy Fellas and Fellas Icons. After stamping the hat and mittens on their respective die cuts, I quickly color them in with Copic markers. Now I'm going to arrange the die cuts with the stamps to figure out a final design. I'm leaving room at the bottom of the window to add to the Fantaschtic word. I consider a couple of Christmas words from Merry Motifs and All You'll Need. In the end, it was a matter of the right font combination that doesn't interfere with the Fantaschtic word. I settle on using Have a Happy New Year from Merry Motifs. I'm going to split it, exclude the word happy, and stamp Have a Fantastic New Year. First I use washi tape to mask off the top line and stamp New Year at the bottom of the window. Then I stamp Fantastic. This word is so aesthetically pleasing to me. I love how it starts off in print and then switches to script. It works so well with the way New Year is written too. Then I'm going to mask off New Year as well as happy and stamp Hava right above that. To prepare for stamping the glasses and mustache on the card base, I'm going to use a pencil to mark the window frame so I can get everything centered. I want bold, solid colors, so I'm going to heat emboss both the glasses and mustache. I'm stamping them with Versamark ink and heat embossing the mustache with white embossing powder. I typically don't get a lot of warping with this heat tool because it's so good, but I always heat it a little from the underside since it helps eliminate the bit of warping that does occur. Next, I stamp the glasses with Versamark ink and heat emboss it with black embossing powder. I make sure to remove any stray specks with a small brush before applying heat. I love the boldness and contrast of the black and white embossing powders. You can see the card start to come alive. I quickly erased the pencil lines. While I was looking at the image with the Santa hat on it, I decided that the card needed more red. I'm switching to a red window frame, and I like this so much more than the white. It's just what the card needed for that extra oomph. I'm going to adhere this piece flat to the card base. I've decided that I still want the white, but I've trimmed 1/8 of an inch from each side so that the red frame still shows up behind it. I'm trying to decide if I want to adhere this flat to the red frame or pop it up with foam tape, and I decide on the latter. First, I'm going to stamp a bunch of stars in the corners using a little outline star from All You'll Need. I'm going to emboss these stars with glittery silver embossing powder, so I use my embossing bag on the frame to eliminate stray specks. I stamp a lot more stars at the top left-hand corner than the bottom right. The reason for this is that there are fewer design elements at the top of the card than the bottom, and the stars help to balance everything visually. I don't know if you caught that I didn't go over the bottom right-hand corner of the frame with the embossing bag, but now I have to use a brush and remove a considerable amount of embossing powder around the stars. After heat setting the embossing powder, the frame is ready to be popped onto the card with foam tape. You can see how much more the stars add to the design. So now I just apply a good amount of foam tape to the back of the frame. I end up having to split the foam tape lengthwise for the sides. It was just a little bit too wide. After that, I just have to add the hat and mittens. The mittens look a little lost in all that space, so I decide to add a sparkly martini glass using the Free Spirits icons. It fits perfectly in the space on the right and the mitten holds it nicely. Plus, what's a New Year's card without a drink, right? To finish the card, I'm going to add googly eyes to the glasses. I apply those with glue dots and my card is done. Please refer to the supply links below if you're interested in any of the products I used in this video. You can also visit my blog for stills and more information about my work. Thanks so much for watching!